Have you ever been at the dining room table for a listing appointment so long that by the time you left, it seemed like your whole day was shot? Stay tuned, because today we're talking about getting through that appointment efficiently so you can buy back some of that time that otherwise would never come back to you. What's happening? I'm J.C Agajanian, broker associate with the Whissel Realty Group, and today we're talking about making better use of those appointment times. Of course, listing appointments are what we all want. We get excited for them. We prep extensively for them, but spending 3, 4, 5 hours with sellers is not the way to go. We ought to be able to get through our value propositions and close within a much more reasonable time period than that. But sometimes when there's a sell-buy in play, there's just a lot to go through, and you're trying to figure out how to run through all of this information without spending your entire day at the dining room table. Well, first things first, we need to know this information before setting the appointment. Surely there has been a face-to-face communication or a phone call that led to this meeting taking place. So a good standard operating procedure is to have a pre-qualification for the appointment. Or really what you're doing is going through a client intake sheet, for lack of a better term, but really it's going to feel like a conversation, and we're really going through sellers' needs, and we're discussing over the phone before we get to that meeting why they're moving, what they need to do, and why there's a sell-buy in play. And I'm sure you will agree that having a complete seller consultation and then switching to a complete buyer consultation is just probably not the right way to go about it. It's going to be way too much information. It's going to take too long. So what do we do about this? What we need to do is focus in on what they're focusing on. What are they most concerned about? In turn, focus our presentation on that. For example, if all they're doing is talking about getting their home prepped for sale and making sure they can get max value out of it, they're not as concerned about finding a home that's going to fit for them. But if all they're doing is focusing on where they're going to go and how it's going to look and when they're going to get there, then we might want to put most of our focus on the buy side and then let them know how we can help them on the sell side too. So we're not going to exclude whichever is the lesser of the two priority concerns of this client, but we're going to go where they're going. We're going to let them lead the conversation and come with value on that topic, and then meet the needs, making sure that they know our competency and expertise on the other one while we're at it. Why are they making this move? What are their goals? Do they need to pay down debts to qualify for more when they purchase? Do they need more space? Are they downsizing? Are they pre-approved yet? Have they considered getting pre-approved? Do they have a lender they work with? We should connect them with our lender. We should see if a non-contingent offer is on the table or if it's not. If it's not, then we can go through the implications of contingent offers and talk about ways we can mitigate that. There's lots to go into with a sell-buy situation like that. What is their equity position? How much of that money are they actually going to use? Like I said before, do they need to use some of it to pay down debts and make them be able to actually qualify for more on their mortgage? Do they have anything else that they need to use some portion of this equity for? Or is it all going to be pushed into the next home? There's so much discovery that we can go into, and honestly, a lot of this can be handled over the phone before we meet up with them. One of the main priorities is to express to them that we are competent and experienced in handling situations just like this, and that we are here to put them in the best situation, the best position to compete and to complete that next step. It's pretty common for one of their hangups to be either assessing value of their home or being uncertain about where they're going to land once they sell their home. One great way to get past this objection, or at least to educate them a little bit more, is to maybe be okay with showing them 1, 2, or 3 properties up front to help them put their focus on that next step, where they're going, instead of obsessing over where they're at now and prepping that home for sale. This can also help them get a more realistic value of their own home. If they're out there shopping for properties, they see what kind of conditions they're in. They're definitely seeing homes that they're going to fall in love with, but they're also going to find homes that are similar to theirs, and it'll help influence their own opinion of their home's value. In the end, what we're really trying to do is find as much information as we can so that we can truly understand and relate to their concerns as it pertains to the entire process, both selling their home and buying a new one. Demonstrate that we are the professional for them, we're experienced, we've done just this in the past multiple times. We can handle this project for them, and we can do it with as little stress as possible. Hopefully this is helpful for you. You've taken something that maybe you can implement into your business instead of just hearing good information. And as usual, send me a DM or make a comment below. I'd be happy to chat further.